More than a decade ago, Bolivia pioneered an innovative conservation project. For the very first time, inhabitants of the same watershed, both those living in rural areas and in cities, could work together to protect the forest and its water sources. These reciprocal water agreements, also known by the Spanish language acronym ARA, Acuerdo Recíproco por Agua, sought to raise awareness of the fact that water protection is the responsibility of everyone who benefits from the resource, not just of those living along the headwaters of rivers high in the mountains or along the streams in the middle watershed. Such agreements would enable city dwellers in the lower part of the basin to create a fund to pool economic resources and support upstream farmers as they protected water sources. The program was dreamed up by 5 locals who wanted to take action to protect part of their territory. By 2019, it had already attracted 8,000 farmers protecting 350,000 hectares in 58 Bolivian municipalities. A scientific study that set out to today, there are 24,000 farmers in Bolivia protecting almost 600,000 hectares in around 80 municipalities, says Maria Teresa Vargas, Executive Director of the Natura Foundation, the organization managing the ARAs. The model's results found that this conservation was in exchange of your currently offline $500,000 worth of development projects, annually contributed by 250,000 water users. Understanding an ARA, Maria Binda Gutierrez Padilla grew up in a rural part of the Quebrada Leon community in Santa Cruz until she was 30. 14 years ago, she bought a piece of land in the Alto Espejo forest community, in the municipality of El Tono. The streams running across it provide her with the drinking water. There is also a river that she uses to irrigate her fruit trees and to wash. I can go and bathe whenever I want because it's there, right next door, she says. One day her cousin told her that she had signed a reciprocal water agreement to protect her own forest. There was no question that she would do the same. I have delicate and fragile forests in my territory, and I was not going to use them, she explains. She signed her first agreement with the Natura Foundation 6 years ago. She agreed to protect her forest and, in exchange, to receive 4 crates of bees plus all the necessary equipment to harvest the honey. She now has 6 boxes and each one of them yields, per harvest, between 17 and 20 kilos of honey. In total, Maria Binda Gutierrez earns an additional 5,000 to 6,000 Bolivianos a year, about $800, on top of her profits from the sale of the lemons, oranges and tangerines she grows in her orchard, and from the fish she rears in a couple of ponds.